Welcome to Nerd Stalker. In this episode, we interview Giles Goodwin, CTO and co-founder of Widgetbox.
Hi, I'm Giles from Widgetbox. I'm the CTO and co-founder. Widgetbox is an online community web widgets. We have, I think, about 100,000 web widgets contributed from about 76,000 developers, all sorts of widgets. We're actually one of the first widget companies. I think Lawrence Smith and I think we were the first to get funding, which was kind of a nice milestone for us. But a couple years ago, quite a few years ago now, well, 2.5. Yeah, we really focus on, what's different is we really focus on consumers. We're interested in people finding widgets in Widgetbox. We're interested in people finding widgets off Widgetbox in the galleries we publish, and also just where widgets are. Whereas, you know, that's a big difference for us, is we're interested in the consumers and the people who are finding these widgets. We are interested in getting developers, no matter what platform they build on. You can see tonight we integrated with iWidgets, so they're in iWidgets, and you know, the point we're trying to make is, all right, great, you've got a widget, but you really want to connect with people, and there's two strategies for that. You can really go into the sort of the walled gardens like Facebook and really build to those, and there's pluses and minuses to that. The other option is you can really target the consumers or just the users of websites. So in other words, like bloggers who are individually blogging can bring you in, you know, or people with start pages, people with just traditional websites. And in order to do that, though, you have to kind of be everywhere. We're installed on it. We literally have 1 million domains, or just about 1 million domains where people have installed our widgets. So that really helps. But also, you know, SEO helps. And it's just being a consumer presence is important. And it's just sort of the other strategy rather than playing to the sort of. So you know, all of our widgets, that any widget that gets registered has a landing page in Widgetbox. And we try to do, you know, take what we'd call SEO best practices in order to make sure that those widgets get found. So there's a number of things there. I mean, so it's, in other words, make the page, you know, all the classic stuff, header, tags, content. So actually, we don't have to ask a lot, and the reason for it is we have some nice benefits that we can make sure that the widgets help publicize that page themselves. So if the widget can point back to that page through the content, you know, through the tags, it's really important that you know, we take best advantage of that. But when you think about it, then, so you have this page with fresh content, has things like comments and activity about the widget, description about the widget itself, and then you have all these places all over the web pointing to it. It's a great combination.
How do I get my widget onto you guys?
Oh, it's easy. I mean, literally, we have all sorts of ways to do it. So if you have, for one thing, if you have a blog, we have a tool called the Blidget. It should take you about 10 seconds. You put your URL in, you'll get a nice widget. If you have a Flash file, again, you can just drop the Flash code in and you'll get a widget. It can be configurable, customizable. We'll manage all the stuff like, you know, configuration settings, storing the user's choices as they select and personalize the widget. Web page, content, really anything. Our goal is to just be like Switzerland technology-wise. Just no matter what, it's very easy.
Right, just throw whatever into us, and we're gonna just show your stuff, display your stuff.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And so what we do is we basically just point to it, or we'll host it, or whatever, however you decide to do it, and then as the widget gets installed, we just serve it up and serve it up personalized for the place where it is, was the blog or wherever.
So how are you guys making any money on this?
That's a great question. So there's two main ways. I mean, for one, there's a lot of widgets out there, so it's hard to start. So what we'll do is we'll help widgets get that bump to get going and promotion, and so we'll provide paid promotion, and we can do that on our site and our partners and lots of other places. And so that's an important one. And the other is some widgets really want to make, you know, the widget developers want to make money. Some of the talk tonight was about unique, so we have a reach of 56 million unique users each month, and that's like real, like we're involved in those loads, and it's real organic distributed growth. All sorts of channels, like you pick a channel and we do very well. You know, Quantcast actually has all of our public numbers, and so take a look if you're interested and see you know, those numbers and how we do. But so we enable developers to, if they want, make money with us through advertising in that. You know, the main point we wanted to make was that we're a place for people to find widgets, and we allow platforms to take advantage of that. We have a whole bunch of widgets. It's growing really fast, you know, and we have a lot of activity. That's all growing, and so we're just looking for people who want the hard part done for them. So it's really hard to build, you know, that gallery of widgets. It's really hard to get things compatible. It's really hard to get, you know, to deal with ratings and the user side of that. And we'll do all of that. So we'll box it up in a nice little package we call Custom Gallery. We demoed it with Synthesite, but we have like type pad. So yeah, the custom gallery product, like you know, we tried to show with Synthesite. I know it was very fast to see, but basically what you can do if you have a platform, is you can come into Widgetbox, tell us you want a custom gallery. We'll give you an account. You can define the gallery any way you like. You can say, I want widgets of this demographic. I want all the widgets. I want to categorize widgets this way. You know, give me 500 of this. Give me the top rated ones. Give me the, you know, the most used. And that's an active dynamic gallery based on these rules. So all you're basically saying is, tell me the rules you're interested in. So if you're, you know, maybe a blog platform that's on a particular vertical, like celebrity, gossip or something, you know, which we have a lot of celebrity widgets, you could make, you know, specific channels like, you know, TV gossip, international, movie, you know, you could just drill down as far as you want, and that'll be a nice dynamic set of widgets. And the best part is it's very, very, very fast and easy to integrate. I mean, it takes about 10 minutes to get started building the gallery, and integration is very simple. It's basically, it's a JavaScript integration. You just drop it in. It's really about 3 steps, and then you really do have all this fresh content for your users. So it's just, you know, we think it's a great differentiator for us, and we just think it's really valuable, and it's great for our users, it's great for the site, so we're just very excited about it and going to continue going with it.
And how did you get into this game? How did you start this whole mess?
Oh, that's a good question.
Mess of a business.
That's a good question. So those of us who started Widgetbox, we were at a company called Epicentric, which was enterprise portals. And enterprise portals, you know, were all about boxes on a page and helping users configure them. And it really kind of moved from intranet to extranet to internet customers. But really what it came down to is people wanted to aggregate things in these little boxes. And when we started the company, we really looked at that and said, well, there's a couple things going on here. For one, you could kind of take a portal and shake it, and what would come out would be widgets. But on the other end, you know, that's kind of an interesting idea. But you know, at the same time, this was a couple of years ago, and RSS was getting popular. JSON feeds were starting. You know, and basically it meant you could be as a programmer and you could program the web. You know, before that, you might have to go work for Yahoo if you wanted to work on good web content, and then pretty soon, you know, or some big 3-letter company. But pretty soon, you know, a couple of years ago, what started happening is that stuff became public, and you know, just hackers can just go around and say, oh, I'm going to mash up something and make something cool. So that was going on, and at the same time, blogs were really happening, and you know, MySpace was really happening, and so you know, you kind of take those two things. You say you got all these developers or hackers making all this cool stuff, matching it up, and then you've also got all these people participating in building the web. It's not just, you know, what someone else wants, and so those two really intersected for us at Widgets. We were like, wow, you know, you can really get good content, and you can get people who want that content. We've got to make this sort of like exchange happen, and that's why we did it.
It's so weird how many people that I've talked to, not only tonight, but even in the past too, have said, you know, even off the record, off the camera, they said, you know, it started from portals, or you know.
Oh,
said,
really?
Like, you know, it came from portals. It came from this. Yeah. And now it's evolved to this sort of thing.
Well, you know, it does make sense. You know, I didn't actually realize that other people had made that hop. I should have probably, but yeah, it does make sense. I mean, you know, portals and you know, the whole Web 2.0 thing just really collided into making it work.
Well, that's cool. It seems like you have a lot of passion for the business. And
oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I love what we do. I mean, you know, it's like events like this that you just kind of make you realize how you know, we've really built something that you be proud of, and you just have a great team. So I mean, what more can you ask for? You get to work on fun stuff. You get to work with great people. You get to grow something, be a part of doing something cool. It's great.
Yeah. And where can we find you guys?
You mean widgetbox.com?
There you go. Widgetbox.com. So,
all right. Well,
thank you so much for your time. All right.